back to Boozing Bands. Today we have with us Zac from Van Bellman. What is Van Bellman and how did it begin?
That's a great question, Sarah. I started this band about a year ago, and I played under my own name for many years as Zac Taylor. I'm from Atlanta, played a bunch of singer-songwriter nights when I was a teenager, and played in a bunch of bands as a lead guitar player. And my main job these days is playing guitar for this band called American Authors on Island Records. And I've always just been like Zac Taylor, the dude who occasionally plays singer-songwriter nights, who plays lead guitar, who does all this wacky stuff, and that's all fine and good. And I've had some good times doing that. But I've written these new songs the last few years. I wanted to have like a new band, a new alias, a new sort of vehicle to release these songs. So I started a band called Van Bellman. My thinking was sort of like St. Vincent is Annie Clark, but it's also a band. It's also like her alter ego.
Yeah.
So I tried on some of her outfits. They don't look as good on me. The boots look good, but it kind of rides up too much. But she's a big inspiration as far as like how cool of a songwriter and producer and artist that she is. So I'm trying to slowly but surely increase my level of coolness to one day maybe come close to St. Vincent. But that's how I kind of arrived at the name Van Bellman. I've released 3 songs so far. I've played a few shows. I've gotten some good press. Sirius XM played one of my songs, which is very exciting.
That's exciting.
My girlfriend and I had that thing you do moment.
I know that.
You know that one?
Yeah, I know that one.
All right, everyone's seen that thing you do when Liv Tyler, she's got the headset in, they start boom, pa, 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 she's like, she's just got the letter. We had that. It was in my apartment. We weren't mailing any letters. We were on my computer, but we had the moment, and it was very exciting.
That's cool.
I grabbed my cats and I danced to them. They got it, and they were like, "Oh, this is Sirius XM. It's like satellite radio."
Is it hard to like juggle being in American Authors and doing your own project?
Yes. So they hired me about 5 years ago. And for the first few years, like the first 2 to 3 years, we were just gone the whole time.
Yeah.
And every so often, I would come back to New York, play one of my shows at Rockwood Music Hall or whatever. And that would be all nice and good, but working with them, I met a bunch of people who were on record labels or trying to court record labels, and I would meet them, and I would just try to hey, let's get together and write a song. Yeah. So I started writing and producing a lot. So the best part of American Authors has just been so we're all good friends. We were friends since Berklee College of Music, and I've made friends with all of their friends, and so now whenever we go on tour, we have friends in Austin, and San Francisco, and Los Angeles, and London, and Tokyo. So everyone who's a musician is always down to write a song. So either in person or on Skype. So I started writing all these songs. Some of them ended up being for other bands, and some of them, other bands were they were in between album cycles, or it wasn't the right direction. So I ended up with a handful of songs that I wanted to release as my own. So in the last probably year to year and a half, American Authors were in between album cycles. So I had plenty of time to get in the studio and write and rehearse with my band and kind of conceive of this whole Van Bellman thing and think of the whole branding angle. Yeah. And it has been a labor of love so far. Lots of love. Yeah. So I released 3 songs, and I'll be on tour with American Authors all summer. Okay. June, July, and August, I'll be gone. So I'm trying to figure out, should I release one more song before that happens?
You just
should I wait
poison a local front band that's opening and be like, sorry guys, I can open.
She's got some good ideas. I have been trying to kiss a little ass with the guys in the band and the MGMT to be like, is there a first of 3 for this stadium tour or this arena or this theater? Because we're opening for OAR, so it's OAR is a headliner, we're the direct support, and for some of the tour there's a first of 3. For some shows there is not. Yeah. So maybe a little Van Bellman can jump up there. Because I love playing with a band, but it's like everyone in my band is like me. They play, like they make their living playing with bigger bands.
Yeah.
And they're usually super busy. So to play one of my shows is always such a treat, but it's difficult because of all the crazy schedules.
Yeah.
So when I play outside of New York, like in Los Angeles or Atlanta, where I'm from, I typically just play solo. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of fun. So management and American authors, if you're watching this, let me be the first of 3. Don't be so mean. Let me just get up there and play a few songs. I won't get as drunk for that as I am for this.
No. I mean,
maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
The band name came from you being a Bellman? Or?
The band name, I was trying to think of all these band names and like, I feel like when I was in like middle school and high school, like my friends and I would come up with a band name like every day.
Yeah.
Like every week we would be in a new band. And there were all kinds of, I was in one called Brain Dead.
Nice.
When I was I think in 5th grade. Before any of us owned instruments, we were coming up with band names and logos and songs. Once the instruments actually came, it became much harder.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to think of a cool name. I was trying to think of like, I want it to be a band, but I want it to be like an alias sort of thing. And I was trying to think of like personal stories and what I would connect to. And like my grandfather was born in Brooklyn and raised in Queens, and his name was Bill. He died a few years ago. He was a jazz drummer and a really funny guy, and that's sort of the only like musician I have in my, like my grandfather was a jazz drummer. So his name was Bill, so I was thinking of like Billy Van something, I was thinking Bellman Van whatever, and I sort of ended up with Van Bellman. Just, I don't know, VB is a fun sort of like, I could think of fun initial logo branding, sort of stuff. And Van Bellman and Zac Taylor has the same sort of like cadence to it.
Yeah.
And so I'm Zac Van Bellman on social media.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And if you were to play the shaker or the tambourine, you would be Sara Van Bellman.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the Ramones. There's like Joey Ramone, Dee Dee Ramone, the other ones. And so it's sort of like, I was thinking of that as well.
Do you have any shows or anything coming up that you want people to know, or like socials you want to plug?
Van Bellman, all that shit. It's Zac Van Bellman on Instagram.
Zac with no H, just Z-A-C.
Sarah spelled without an H was getting bored. On a PV amp in 1984. You know that song, right? God damn it, Sarah!
I'm sorry!
There's a song called Zac and Sarah by Ben Folds 5.
Oh, I should know that. That's embarrassing. I apologize to my parents and my friends.
It's Sarah spelled without an H, but it's Zac without a C. Try out some new guitars. I'm Z-A-C, so I'm with a C and no K. So it's kind of a song, but not really. And this has ruined the entire interview. Thank you, Sarah. It's mainly your fault.
Anytime. But yeah, sorry.
Zac and Sarah. It's a good song.
It'll be great.
Just enjoy right here, Zac and Sarah by Ben Folds.
Is there anything you need us to plug? Do you have shows?
Right now I'm trying to maybe organize a live show at my friend's music studio where everyone wears headphones. So
like a silent disco, but like,
exactly right. Exactly right. So instead of like singing into a live microphone with like live speakers, I would sing into like a microphone, like a studio microphone.
Cool.
Which, if you're in the studio, you don't hear unless you have headphones.
That's cool.
So it would be a BYOH.
Bring your own headphone.
She's good. She's real good. BYOH sort of situation, which might be in May. And then after that, I go on tour with American Authors. But I'm trying to like do all my Van Bellman shit before I go on and do American Authors shit all summer.
If you follow Zac on Instagram or Twitter, or you follow us on Instagram or Twitter, you'll know what he's up to because we'll post updates. And yeah, so this has been great. Like and subscribe as you do on YouTube. We have no more alcohol left, so we'll see you next time.
I've had way too much bourbon.
Bye!